In a traditional classroom setting, a teacher teaches from a textbook in order that students may learn. This is a common curriculum where creativity is stifled and all the students are expected to learn the same way. This, however, is a problematic way of teaching that only benefits a handful of students and certainly does not inspire a love for learning. The Universal Design for Learning framework hopes to provide guidelines to instructional designers and teachers to improve engagement with materials and create lifelong learners. The simplest way to define the Universal Design for Learning is a framework to provide multiple means of learning to students. This can include digital learning, creative outlets such as film or music, and text-to-speech or other auditory learning, to name a few. So how does the Universal Design for Learning affect my practice? I will highlight the first guidelines of each principle for the sake of brevity. The first principle is to provide multiple means of engagement. The first engagement guideline is to provide options for self-regulation. According to Meyer, Rose, and Gordon, this is the real goal of education, to develop what they call expert learners. This all begins with motivation to learn. In this first guideline, the goal is to develop self-regulation of learning in students. Students who are introduced to exciting ways of engagement are more likely to develop the self-regulation needed to become an expert learner. As a STEM lab teacher, I can utilize more ways of having students set daily and module-long goals to increase authorship of their learning. The next principle is providing multiple means of representation. This was similar to the earlier slides, whereby students learn from a variety of methods. The first guideline of providing options for comprehension includes addressing variability in learners' prior knowledge and experiences, ability to recognize critical features and patterns, approaches to processing and integrating new knowledge, and ability to transfer and generalize knowledge. Students who work through puzzles create schema to help recognize patterns and process new information. Giving my students creative and fun ways to solve problems will help them when it comes to building the knowledge required from the STEM lab. The final principle is to provide multiple means of action and expression. The first guideline here is to provide options for executive functions. Executive functions are a set of mental processes that guide pattern recognition, planning organization, self-regulation, self-assessment, and decision-making. This principle is connected to the previous two, as it relates to the neuroscience behind the UDL framework. Having students create goals and perform self-assessments are two easy steps I can implement to begin the UDL framework in my classroom. Thank you for watching.